Alright, guys, the final part. I have 8 minutes on my phone. I'll talk for maybe 10 minutes. I'm done here, guys. I'm gonna go take my shower and I'm gonna go to the store and get my beer and my smokes. And I'll enjoy the show with you. I'll have a good maybe 2 beers while I make my video. And the folks will be here by 5. Then I'm gonna enjoy my Christmas. Well, I never really enjoy my Christmas that much, but you guys know why. But and then I'm gonna what? Open my presents tonight. I have to prep my gifts tonight. Get the card, all that stuff, right? Put the money in there and the candy and all that stuff. Yeah. That's all you do, Ivan. You give money for Christmas. Yeah, man. I'm too lazy to go buy stuff at the store, so I just give money. That's what I do. Yeah, 40, $50 and like candy and that kind of stuff. $20, $40, $50. Just depends on the year. Yeah, because I'm poor, right? Yeah. What do you expect from a guy who's poor, right? Yeah. Obviously. But if I make my $1,000 next year for Christmas, I'll actually probably get. No, I'll just give money, but I'll give more. I can give like maybe $80 or something like that. Some saying, or maybe get them a gift card or something, a nice gift card and like candy. I always usually give candy and like chocolate too with it, that kind of stuff. Some saying. Yeah, I thought we could talk about Sky Source, Peter Jackson's contract, or Mel Gibson's contract, and what, and my book too. Compare me with Lord of the Rings. How Zanus is a better book. Some people might like Lord of the Rings better. Obviously, you're entitled to your opinion, obviously, but I highly doubt it, man. I highly doubt it because it's night and day when you read both books, man. One book is very fresh and interesting. The other one is a masterpiece, but it's a bit boring. So I'm saying, yeah, obviously. Zanus is a book you can read like 20 times in your life, 30 times in your life. You can reread it over and over again because it's so fresh. You can reread it over and over again. And I've read my book like maybe 5 times now. Every time I read, I'm enthralled by the world. I'm hooked. I'm hooked reading it. Oh my god, this is interesting, though, Sam. I read Lord of the Rings. It's a little interesting. It's a masterpiece, but it's a bit boring. I'm like, yeah, my book is better than Lord of the Rings. Yeah. As for Lord of the Rings, you have to force yourself to read some chapters because it's very dry and a bit boring when you read it. Don't hate what I'm saying. Yeah, obviously, but it would make sense for my book to be better than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings because I'm God and I have the gift from the heavens, obviously, right? Whereas Tolkien, even though he's a genius, he's not God. I'm God, so it makes sense for someone who has a gift who's God. Excuse me, I have to watch what I say here. Someone who's special, obviously, like me, obviously, it would make sense for me to what? Sometimes I forget. Yeah. I have to be careful. I don't want people coming after me. That's why what? My book is obviously more interesting than Lord of the Rings. It wouldn't surprise you guys if my book is more interesting than Lord of the Rings. That's what I'm saying. I was just saying, yeah. Yeah. But if Tolkien were alive today, he'd be a multi-billionaire. As Lord of the Rings sold, I think 600 million copies so far in its lifespan. Obviously, Lord of the Rings was released about 70 years ago. So in 70 years, it sold 600 million copies. Because people, new generations, they buy the book, right? Newer generations, they buy the book. It sold. It did it beat Harry Potter? No. Harry Potter is still number one, obviously. Harry Potter probably sold almost like, I don't know, 900 million copies or something like that in its lifespan. Because like, Harry Potter came out like 20 something years ago when the dawn of the 21st century came out. 1997, 1998, around there it came out. And since then, it's sold like 650, 700 million copies, or something like that. That's how much copies around there my Zane's book will sell. Looking at like 650, 700 million, 600 million copies sold, something crazy. Yeah. Around that range, because most people are going to share the file, right? So the people who buy the ebook, what they're going to do is all you have to do is just get a USB and you can save the file in USB and you have access to it. You don't have to buy. Not everyone in the house will buy the book. Probably one person in the house will buy the book. So if you have a family of 5, not all 5 people are going to buy my book. No, they're probably going to buy maybe one book. They buy the ebook or they buy the print. Okay, you read it first, then I'll read it, then I'll read it. Yeah, that's what they'll do, obviously. You don't want to waste money and buy 5 different books. You're wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Or some people will buy multiple books, obviously. But most people are going to buy maybe one book per household. That's it cuts it down, right? Yeah. You're probably looking at 600 million copies sold for my book. Something crazy. Yeah. Something crazy. Holy shit, look at Ivan now. He's a famous author now, yeah. At first, I'm a famous author, and after that, I turn into a movie. I become a movie star. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I'm a famous author. You know Alan Wake? You know the game Alan Wake? Yeah, I think some of that for me. I'm a famous author now. Alan Wake's a famous author, obviously. I become a famous author. Nice. My book sells like 600 million copies on Lulu. Yeah, the bestseller, right? Yeah, it blows all these fantasy novels out of the water. That are the popular series, yeah, like the Wheel of Time series, Malazan, Mistborn, Brandon Sanderson, right, Stormlight, Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones sold over, I think, almost 90 million copies, I think. Almost 100 million copies of Game of Thrones book series sold. That's why George R. R. Martin's so rich, obviously. But my book will blow it out of the water. His book sells out of the water, yeah. I don't mean to be cocky, guys. I know I brag on his channel, but the only reason why I brag is look, Ivan's so fucking cocky. He brags, yeah, because you guys piss me off. You keep me behind the scenes. You're just evil to me. That's why I brag on the channel. But in real life, I'm not like this. I'm very humble. As I'm not going to tell anyone how much copies I sold. I'm not going to tell anyone how much money I made off my book. It's none of their business. Ivan, how much copies you sell off your book, by the way? I'm like, a lot. How much? I prefer not to tell you. I prefer to keep it to myself. Oh, Ivan, that's good, man. Very humble. Yeah, man. I don't want you to feel like shit. How much money did you make off your book, by the way? I'm not going to tell you I made $7 million, $7.5 million in my book. No. I'm going to keep it to myself. It's none of your business. Yeah. Ivan, will you have a personal accountant who will keep track of your money and everything? No. I'll have my accountant. I have my accountant for SkySource. He handles all the money for the company, obviously. He's the one who keeps track of how much money. Yeah, once you giving me updates of how much money got burned, how much money we have left. Every once a month, give me updates of how much money is getting burned. That way I know. That way I keep track, obviously. That's why don't touch your business, because he'll know. Ivan, it says here that it says here that 500K went towards all this personal stuff. Have you been touching the business account, Ivan? I'm like, oh fuck, you caught me. Ivan, like you can't touch the business account, Ivan. You can't do that. You might tell me that, like, this is for the movie, Ivan. You have money in your account. Why are you touching your business account? Yeah, don't be dirty. Don't mix your business with your personal. Especially if you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, you're just being cheap and you're being dirty, obviously. I'm saying. But if you're someone who's not a billionaire, I can understand you sometimes mixing your business with your personal, because those guys are not as rich. You make 60, 70K, I can understand some people mixing their personal with their business, but still dirty. Don't do that. But a lot of people, they use their business money for gas. Sometimes they might use it to buy their own stuff, maybe their own food at home. They mix it, which is not good. Don't do that. The personal money that you make, that's for your personal stuff. The business stuff is all for the business. That's how it works. Yeah. Well, a lot of business owners do mix their personal with the business because we live in a greedy, cheap world, right? Yeah. That's just the world we live in. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not touching my business account. Obviously. Why? I mean, the takeouts. Yeah, but the takeouts is a part of the business. Because I'm taking the stars and crewing out to them. That's a part of the business. Limo services is a part of the business. Hotel stays is a part of the business. So I'm not mixing it there. That's not personal. It's a part of the business. It's a part of the company's business. For the takeout, you could pay with your personal money, but I'm like, no, we can pay through the business account. It's fine. It's a part of the business. See what I'm saying? There's exceptions, obviously. Yeah. That's when my scotch is coming to blow out of the water, and you guys are going to be blown away with my book. I wrote a masterpiece, man, which will sell a lot of copies, obviously. And it was this video. Iron Man. I'm signing out. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. Bye, guys. Signing out.